So in the quarantine time, I started a little venture where I position myself as a coffee media company, and I'm basically creating content remotely for coffee companies. A lot of coffee companies are still selling high volumes of coffee online, especially now, and you need your social media content, so that's what I'm going to be creating. And this is just like spec stuff. I'm just making something for fun here. So the first thing to do, I think, is to go over, share like the gear that I've got to make this. It really isn't much. So here's what we got going. So first of all, I'm filming on a Sony a6300. I've got a 16-50 kit lens and a 30mm 1.4 Sigma lens. I've got the Rode Video Micro as the mic up here. Probably not even going to use that in the coffee video, but that's what's recording the audio right now. The most important things are just going to be like the studio things. So tripod, I made like a Daniel Schiffer cake pan light down there. This guy is the most important thing. It's a C-stand. I'll show you how that works. I'm gonna basically turn this and extend this arm here to put on this roll of paper to lay down over this table behind me to make the actual like gray background studio thing itself. For the C-stand, the roll of paper, tripods, light, camera is it really. And of course we can't forget the AeroPress itself. So the first thing I'm gonna do is pick some music, then I'm gonna plan out the shot list in my head. The order you do things sometimes is different. Sometimes I'm in a shop shooting and then I'll put the music to it after. But when I've got full, complete control of what I'm making, there's no reason not to just build out the whole thing in my head and on paper ahead of time, so that when it's time to actually make it and put everything up and get the shots, it's gonna be super quick and efficient. Alright, so this is what I've got so far. Pretty rough storyboard. Well, I mean, it looks rough, but it is very specific. Let's turn it into a video. I've also got my laptop over there so that I can put the SD card right from the camera into the laptop and see if I got the shot on the big screen right away. I haven't actually shot like that before, and I see a lot of people do it, and it looks really, really super helpful, so I'm gonna try that as well. So the first shot idea I have is, so we have to establish that we're making coffee, right? So I want the beans, I want the mug, and then I'm thinking about how it's gonna transition into the first shot and like actually start the process of making the coffee. And the beginning, the first few seconds of the song I'm using are kind of slower. So I'm thinking it's gonna like slowly zoom out from this wide field of this coffee on the ground, and then my hand is gonna come down and sweep and to cover the lens. And that will transition into the next shot. So I'm gonna try it at a couple different focal lengths, see what looks the best. If we're zoomed in, then we don't need to have as much coffee strewn about. But if it's wider, then it's got more of that like, whoa, look at all this, like there's more frame to fill things with, if it's wider. So I'll see what looks better. I think I want to go a little faster. Honestly, just from seeing that first look of it, the wide looks better. It's the space that I'm covering front to back axis, and that's compressed in a telephoto lens, so I'm just gonna keep it wide. Okay, the next clip is gonna be pouring the coffee from my hand into the grinder. So that's like the next step in the process, right? We grind the coffee, we saw the beans, now we have to grind them. So since I covered the whole screen with my hand in the last shot, I can pretty much transition it almost any way I want coming from black. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this like coffee bag here to uncover the frame as I pour the coffee with my hand into the grinder right here, and I've got the camera, I'm by myself, so I've got the camera kind of cockeyed at an angle to make it almost look handheld. And then I'm gonna pour it in, and then I'm gonna clamp my hand down onto the grinder and match what my fist looks like down on the grinder to the next shot, which is gonna be the grinder turning. So I'm gonna match the action with my hand clasping down here, and it's covering most of the frame, so I think it'll transition smoothly into my hand like cranking the grinder in the next shot. Okay, so I'll just quickly chop these together and we'll see what they look like. Decent. I think that looks pretty good. Obviously I'm gonna mess with the speed ramping and stuff. Now the next shot is my fist on the grinder, rotating around, and so for it to be a smooth transition, I need to make sure that my fist is taking up a similar area of the screen as the shot before. So I've got it on the computer right here to kind of see what that looks like. So I've got my fist matched up, taking about the same amount of area up on the screen. Then I'm gonna start grinding, and then to transition to the next shot, I'm gonna cover the lens again with my arm here, and then wipe away from black again in the next shot. So let's do it. Grind, cover. I'm gonna do it again. I think that was it. Now the next shot is gonna be, since I covered the screen this way, I'm gonna reveal over here from this side to the ground coffee being poured into the AeroPress. So let's set that shot up. Okay, I think I nailed it. Again, I'll speed ramp it in. Yeah, perfect. So the next cut is just gonna be straight to the next shot. I'm not gonna do it. Every transition doesn't have to be super fancy, and I think I've earned it after stimulating the viewer enough with these ones. So we're just gonna do a next clean shot, straight down, pouring water into the AeroPress. I'm gonna see it from below. See it pouring from below, and then swoop up to the top. And then I'm gonna do the same motion while you're stirring so that I can cut it together. Okay, good. Keep doing it. Okay. So it'll be like this. You'll have one hand here, and then the camera's gonna follow it. And as you set it down on the coffee, it's gonna swipe down into and then the next shot is gonna be the coffee, like from down here, the coffee squeezing out. So it's gonna like, okay, go. Okay, ready? Yeah. You can start pressing it. Stop. Just view that. Okay, I'm gonna try a couple different things for the last shot. One is gonna be the pull away with the fist, and another I'm gonna pull away from the coffee with all of the materials strewn about, because I think I made a mess and that kind of looks cool. So we'll try this one. We'll focus right here. Boom, cover the frame. Okay. I'll set it down. Set everything up around it some more. Spilling out of the grinder. How about right here?
out of here while I move back. Ooh, yeah.
Okay. You guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna throw the edit together one more time to show you the final thing. I've never done a video like this before where I kind of, show me actually making something. My videos have had a lot, obviously, of stuff I've made in them, so hope you enjoyed a little peek behind the curtain. Let me know if you like this kind of video. You can pick up in the description a free Thrive sticker or a Thrive hoodie. Would appreciate it so much, and thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys.